Hey, what's dank, my derps? It's ya boy, Potato here, and back with another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. And I just realized I forgot to open my Steam files up. Hold on. Crap, I opened another program on accident. Right click that, close window. I'm so good at this YouTube thing. Alright. What's good? Back with Doki Doki. Just so you know, I actually blew my voice out yesterday after doing all those voices, so please appreciate them. I did see a few comments saying that I would change voices just because my voice was getting tired, but in the end, I blew up my voice anyway, so yeah. And so, yep. We'll go and continue. Let's go, Natsuki. Silence. Charles, if you're not gonna take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh. What, did you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? You think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're so proud of the first poem you ever wrote, I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each other's own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I got your mind now. Knowing you'll probably think it's stupid. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Oof, hits ya hard. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But that isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves. Ugh, I got my spit again. Ugh. Oh yeah, I should get some more water because people enjoyed my burping last time. Your writing style shouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read but hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice simple thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight in the wordplay. Like I set up for the rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did? I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Alright, let's save for Yuri for last. Let's go Monica. Hi, Charles. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever had any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, hold on, just because I'm not the best at reading out loud, I'm gonna... Brrrah. Sure. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. It'll be much better off just going with the flow until more settled in. Anyway, are you gonna share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Charles. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But that's sort of the barrier we all learn to get past soon. Yep, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Mm-hmm. Great job, Charles. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. Not sure why, but didn't expect you to, for you to go something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. I guess it worked anyway. You know, Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? It's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness. Yuri kind of likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write that effectively, both allowing people to get out of it by feel, or letting them simply analyze the nuances. It can take years of practice, but I'm assuming Yuri has it at this point. I never really asked, though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. Do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd like to see you try new things. That's the best way to find a new style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased toward their own kinds of styles, but it'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh, cool. Hole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like film left out in the sun. It's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Deep, man, deep. Did you like that? So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not really sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I kinda had an epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a little bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. I just punch myself in the face, that's fun. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a certain point, and if you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper, then tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Cool. Also, yeah, in the little tutorial, I made a wee bit of a mistake. You do not have to do this first day. I guess it's just introducing the voices and how many times I'm gonna blow out my throat during these series. So yeah, I think through these next few episodes, I'm gonna have like a hot cup of tea next to me just so I can sip on it. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What's that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh, that's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? You use your imagery and metaphor. Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates that you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Now, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along with the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. I've been through that myself, and I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I can recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form it together. I'm good at this. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammer is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take some time, but all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Maybe all three at once, you never know. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself sounds kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Cool. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air as if present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Do you like my poem reading voice? It's very grown up. Ooh, the memes. I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. Wait, I just realized my poem reading voice is Yuri's voice. Cool. What? I wasn't thinking of that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Huh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, this story isn't about that at all, Charles. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her past, remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and it will be soon left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I haven't thought of that. That's impressive. Huh? It's nothing, really. Yours is impressive, too, so... Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Charles. Ah, me too. Cool. Phew. Guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. It was a little more stressful than I had anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. They don't think it's mediocre, dude. Give yourself a little more credit. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri Natsuki. Oh boy. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Charles did too. Hey, don't get me into this. I ain't know this. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Charles liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh boy. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... Ugh. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Charles appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Oh, here it comes again. How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do over cute. I wouldn't do that. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grow to size bigger as soon as Charles started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki? That's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Charles, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn how to appreciate the simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should just jump out at its reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Just help me explain that to her, Charles. Wait, there's a reason I go for deep and expressive words in our language. That's the only way to convey complex feelings and the meaning most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessary in limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Charles? Well... How did I get myself dragged into this in the first place? I don't want to... It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's gonna be Sayori, because Sayori best girl. Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Yeah. Look, everyone's fightings make Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're doing this, when you're making a friend feel like this? Charles, well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to let others interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being, she would never. It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? That's exactly why... Hello? That's exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Keep pressing B instead of spacebar. Natsuki, Gary, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. Oh, she's got little tears. Don't cry. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing, both because they give you so many feelings with just few words. Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. Why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always will. Big and beautiful. Sayori? Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods her head in return. To be honest, you might come off as a good leader, and I might come off as a good leader, and I organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, it's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, that just means that Sayori is amazing. Hold on, what? Sayori is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? Alright, oh my goodness. Ugh. You could say that. She might be an airhead, but she's sometimes weirdly suspicious that she knows what she's doing. I'm sometimes weirdly suspicious. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly on me. She smiles sweetly on me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to get to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? That was a lot of fun. I'd say it was worth it. It's alright. Well, mostly. Charles, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Or maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do better a job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Charles, you ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It has truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori? What happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Look, does that kind of thing happen often? No. This is really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Charles, it's nice I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is gonna be so much fun. I sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on that I'm into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said this more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as in an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, now it's time to get a bit weird. So we're gonna save right here. Boop. Now we're gonna go heckin' load this one, and we're gonna go for Natsuki. Oh yeah. All right. So, giggle. Treasure? No. Lipstick. Fluffy. Music. Frick. Sugar. Mouse. Bubbles. Vanilla. Wonderful. No. Clouds. Lollipop. Swimsuit. I right-clicked. Jump. Kitty. Pink. I'm getting this. Cheeks. Shame. No. Shopping. Yeah. Sweet. No. Nibble. Sure. Nibble. Alright. And now I'm gonna start skipping until stuff happens. Dibba-dibba-doo. Alright. Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping all your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a book. Excuse me? A bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You know what? I'm gonna get some tea or something, so. Cut. Alright, got my tea, feel like Yuri. Alright. Let's go. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things you can't really admit you're into until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst the stack of various books on the side of the shelves. Curious, I pull out one of the stack. There it is. Natsuki reaches it and snatches it out of my hands. She then turns to the box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing the box sit in one book with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get closer to look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? This is a series I've never heard of in my life. This probably means it's either really out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Charles. Consider this lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in a colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly Don't just stand there. What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. Then she takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to sit close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. It didn't exceed. It didn't exactly expect to be sitting on this close to her either. And I can't say that's a particularly bad thing. Oh, I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after, but I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice-of-life affair. I kinda grew up out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to keep me up, enough to make up for the lack of plot. Ooh! So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be the plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that wouldn't have a plot? I mean, I guess I know what you're saying. There's a lot of being about the simpler things. It's actually a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with the guy in the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into their backstories and some of the romance starts to happen. It really makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Ugh. Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't yet seen your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. Just a guess, but there's a lot of baking. Is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. But why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? It's just a coincidence. It just happened to get into baking right around the same time I got this manga. It's like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone that irresponsible. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess this just explains Natsuki's interest in bacon. Bacon. Time to take a sip of my tea. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just spilled a bit on me. So that means it's not hot. Very nice. I said mine's not hot, am I right? Still, since out of all the hobbies to pick up for a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention that she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Thumbnail. There we go. ... We read for a few more minutes. I've finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not, even though you're just watching me read. Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. Guess it's more fun sharing something you like with someone else. I'm always excited to get in when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? Potential screenshot? Boop. That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? You don't share your manga with your friends? So could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I would ever get any of my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't bring it up with them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? It just makes me want to punch him in the face. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge, much less friends who are into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I've kind of gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. I guess that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I feel like I've lost her voice again. Not lost my voice, but like lost hers. Like that, you know? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. I'm joking. At least it's safe here in the Crub Room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of... Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems. Maybe. At least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Hold on. Just gotta say, shut. I'm recording. Sorry, people try to message me. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Ooh, that's a good thumbnail right there. Ooh, very nice. Hold on, did it just add something to my folder? Hold on. I feel like I just saw update. I feel like it reloaded, but I don't know if it did or not. I totally forgot that happens if you put a finger in one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it especially gets bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. There it is. Just finish the chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast between her usually bossy tone. Yes, I have an excuse to do her voice a bit weirder. If she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can't understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get with connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki for whom is a rare experience. Although it makes me smile to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you ready? Are you all ready with today's poems? Or are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Like, your timing could be any worse. Sorry. Ugh. Sorry. I just need to make sure there's enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Ah! Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, I guess we'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? You don't want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Oof. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one tomorrow and we can start the next one. If it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Sorry, I'm trying to message people. Stop messaging me. So shut up. I'm just gonna... Bam, just gonna throw it over there. I'm more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it. Hold on a second. Nothing's wrong, don't worry. Yeah, I'm positive. Shut. Nothing happened. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and slip the book into my bag. Alright, and we'll skip. Alright. Think Sarah will be about the same. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. And let's go to Yuri, I guess. Oh, we can't skip. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. It's not that bad. Oh, so it's that bad? No. Did I raise my voice? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. That's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is they try to make their style very deliberate. Okay, yeah, this is the same. Skip. It's nothing, really. Well, I'm happy that you think that. Just remember, that won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Let's go to Monica.
Hi, Charles. I like it, Charles.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, I did Yuri's voice again. Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. She's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein?
Eh? Maybe a long time ago.
She's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. Sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. Where's my tea? There. There we go. And Natsuki.
Well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things.
Ugh.
In fact, remember how I said how I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable, like Monica said.
Ugh.
It would be more comfortable if sharing my poem if yours was really bad. Then you're supposed to show me your dumb poem, and I'd be like, ha, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. Well, and then you went and ruined it. Hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it?
Ugh.
Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
Ooh, you don't understand anything, do you?
I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're so all self-important. I'm pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that at least to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? You're fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Oh yeah, we already read this. Alright. Yeah. Be-do-be-do. Oh, boom down. Help me, Sayori. Oh, and also just so you know, if you say Yuri and Natsuki individually, like, Yuri will kind of be defeated and stuff, and then Natsuki will kind of be defeated. But you start it very maturely, but then Sayori kind of combines too, because she's Sayori and she's the best. Doom ba doom. You know, the soundtrack is on this for Spotify. I'm not gonna say the full name because I don't get copyright claimed, even though I know I won't. But it's on Spotify, so. Alright, so if you want to go listen to the soundtrack, it is pretty nice. Alright, so we are gonna save here, and that will be all for this episode. I'm gonna have to do a bit more editing in this, because I'm gonna have to do things and stuff, so yeah, hope you guys liked it. You better have, so yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot, totes my goats, and yeah, leave me comments and stuff. Bye.